Here we have a pre-owned 2020 Ram 1500. This one's a crew cab, 4-wheel drive, comes in the Bighorn trim level, diamond black crystal pearls of paint, and then we have that diesel gray cloth interior. For the powertrain, we get a 3.6 liter V6 with e-torque, and that's made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission. This one has a little over 39,000 miles on it, so relatively low miles for this year. As we come around to the front end here, we do get the LED daytime running lights, the LED headlamps, and LED fog lights. And I love, love, love the front fascia here. I really just like how this truck was done by the previous owner in general. Very tasteful to black everything out. Have LEDs everywhere. Down here to these wheels, these are gonna be 18-inch aluminum. And I like having the smaller wheel with the bigger tire here. Just, again, gives it a more aggressive stance. But to the door panel, power mirror controls are here. One-touch up and down windows on the front, regular power windows on the back, rear window lock there, power door lock controls. Headlamp controls are there. You can click there for the fog lights. We get an electronic parking brake. And then hood releases here. There are the pedals. We get a manual telescoping steering wheel. But here's our manual driver's seat, and we can actually use that for the seat back, and then this for the seat bottom. So a 4-way seat here. But a huge thanks to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this truck today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever pre-owned vehicle you might be interested in. And actually, it might be the third link now. I think I adjusted something, but I have the seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs, so tons of space back here. Seat back pockets on both sides, rear AC vents, little storage underneath. And this third seat, you can turn that into a middle seat if you need to, but there's a look at the front from back here. And we still get the middle seat that folds down for bottle holders, which is nice. Then we get a manual sliding rear window. And then you can hang your uniform up there if you need to. Pretty sturdy hook. Now for the child locks, you want to stick your key in there, something like that, and just turn it one way or the other to lock or unlock. And then pretty easy to just grab the seat, pull it up, and then you can lock it back into place as well. There's the fuel filler. Now as we come back around to the back end, love the tail lights. Really nice look since this got its redesign in 2019. And this one in particular has a full-size spare, looks like, but a drop-in bed liner as well as the cover there. And there's a look at the tow hitch. It's another spare. This thing has a lot of tires that come with it. But to the rear passenger side here, if you need your lower anchors, they're hidden right there. And then a manual 4-way front passenger seat here. Little storage pocket up top, a lockable glove compartment down below. This one still has the owner's manuals, and it will be detailed. This one kind of fell through the cracks. That's why there's a little dirt and like glitter and stuff all over the place. But as we come back around to the front end, quick look in the engine bay. And there's that 3.6 liter V6 with the e-torque. And now let's go ahead and check out the blinkers. Oh, about fell. Yeah, this lot's been very crowded the past few days. It's really hard to find a good place to film without running over things, so I'm trying to do the best I can. The leather wrap steering wheel here, it's a nice touch. It feels really good, feels, you know, authentic, which I like. There's the horn. Now up here, this doesn't come with this lighter here stock, but this one will come with it. Got a 12 volt up top there, little storage cubby. But to the radio here, we do get Bluetooth, the USB drives, aux input, and then we get our AM, FM radio as well. You can just hold to set the preset there. Pretty easy to do. I mean, there's nothing really to this system, which is kind of a good thing because there's just very little that you have to fool with, but everything you need is right in there. So you can change your language here. Units of measurement here. And a few other settings there you can adjust. With our backup cameras here, guidelines follow you as you turn the steering wheel. And then you have a few other things that you can fool with as well. A volume knob here, click there to mute. You have a tune knob there, turn the screen off here, hazards. And then down here, single zone manual climate control, so fan speed can be adjusted here, and then you can actually turn the whole system off. And then temperature here, fan direction, traction control and tow haul mode is there. And you do have a little storage tray with room for change. And then down here below, you actually get two USB-A, USB-C duos that link directly to the radio. So all four of these ports will go directly to the radio if you want to run those for whatever. And you have the aux input there. This middle seat, bottle holders, center console cubby space. And then to turn into a seat, all you have to do is just pull up, and then to unlock it, you just pull this strap right here, and then you can pull it back down. But then you also have storage right here, and then storage underneath the seat. But there's a look at the back seat from up here. And then your lights are here. Sunglasses holder. And then you just have the visor there, no mirror. But left side stock, push in here for the mist for the front wipers, and then you have the wipers there. High beams. And then behind the steering wheel on the left side, we can toggle the radio. Or if we're in the seat or USB, we can toggle the track list there. And then on the right side, volume up, volume down here. If you can see back there. And then the shifter, rotary, so hit the brake, reverse, neutral, drive, pretty easy to do. Auto stop toggles here. Full four-wheel drive, so 4 high, 4 low, 2-wheel in the auto. And then while you're in drive, you can use this limiter here if you want to shift that way. But cruise control standard, just turn it on or off there, set the speed, cancel, resume. And then these 4 arrows go through the middle part of the gauge cluster. And I actually really like how Chrysler does their gauge setup here. Everything's kind of in its own sub-menu, makes sense. I love it in my Pacifica Hybrid. You got tire pressure monitors here, coolant, temp, trans temp, everything you need there. Fuel economy has its own menu. But then Bluetooth controls, voice recognition. Push button starts here. Finally, here's the key fob with remote start. And next, let's go ahead and take this 2020 Ram 1500 Bighorn with the V6 and e-torque out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this Ram 1500 Bighorn, the V6 and e-torque I actually really like. And I like it a lot better than the V6s that I'm used to in the Silverados. I just think they did a really good job making this feel powerful, still trying to make something that's regular, you know, relatively fuel efficient for emissions. It's just I think it's a good fit here. Now, it's not the V8 by any means, but like how it gets up to speed, like how it kind of shifts with the transmission. It's just really, again, easy to drive. But I'm gonna try to give her a good pull here. I'm not gonna be able to stop though. Here we go. So it's not the quickest. And the way that it actually gets up to speed is nice, but when you watch the speedometer, you're like, this thing is going relatively slow as I'm borderline redlining the engine. But I mean, honestly, you put your foot into it, it's more fun to drive than the 4.3 V6 I had in my 18 Silverado. I just like, again, how this gets up better. And I just feel like Chrysler has quite the history with the 3.6 V6, so there are probably a lot of these going around. A lot of people know how to work on them. But even with these more aggressive tires, road noise, I can hear it, but it's not overly loud. I mean, it's not quiet, again, but wind noise is pretty good in here. But I do want to give one more big thanks to Chevrolet Buick GMC of Murfreesboro for allowing me to review this truck today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that third link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever pre-owned vehicle you might be interested in. But as of now, everything seems to be running smoothly for a almost $40,000 mile 2020 Ram 1500. So this is almost a 45 sticker truck, and it's on sale here, $32,000. Now you do also get a lifetime powertrain warranty here, which is great, but it's just I think it's a good bargain. I love the tires, a lot of tread on those, the wheels look good, just everything about this truck looks pretty nice. And again, lower speeds, the e-torque engine is really nice, but when you put your foot into it and you're accelerating, you just kind of feel that you don't have that V8, if that makes sense. Again, the acceleration isn't bad, you can just tell it's not the 5.7. But driving around town, you know, just giving it light throttle, it feels really good in my opinion. Now, if you compare this to the Turbo 4s from GM in those newer Sierras, newer Silverados, this doesn't feel as quick as that, but it's still, you know, it still holds its own, I think, with this powertrain. But I would rather have the Turbo Max in terms of just the ease of driving, how quick it is, how good it feels. But if you rather have a V6, I mean, this is a good option too. But Ram really outdid themselves when they put the new interiors in the 2019s. Even in this basic Bighorn trim, the AC controls don't feel super cheap. Love the infotainment system there. Now, it's not that, you know, that vertical tablet style that they came out with in the Limiteds and the Limited Longhorns that just kind of took your breath away, but still a nice look here. Like having the rotary knob here, and then even the dash is not all digital, but everything looks pretty good. But for a V6 pickup truck, pickup is pretty good. Overall usability will be good for a crew cab, and again, for this price point with less than 40,000 miles, might be a good option if you're trying to get a newer truck without paying new truck money. And with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2020 Ram 1500 Bighorn.